Welcome back. Questions and feedback. This is very similar to what I'm experiencing. I usually, after waking up in the morning, laying in bed, saying affirmations related to calmness, energy, and then I convince myself that I'm 30 years old and highlight the frame. And I started to notice that it works. I became more energetic. In terms of physical shape, I've already pulled myself up by 15 years. And I constantly catch sensations. True, COVID knocked me down twice, but I recovered quickly. I have literally been shaking since the beginning of the year. All my fears have sharpened, even insignificant ones. I understand that these are programs, but I can't get out of them. It's as if they realized I wanted to get out of them and are pulling the leash. I started transitioning to live food. I already felt how much easier it became to control my attention without supermarket food. I got a feeling that I live in a movie that I have to watch and live according to the script. It's an unpleasant feeling. The need to cleanse the body and mind came as inner knowledge at the beginning of January, and the understanding was literally, otherwise you will not live. At the beginning of the year, my body persistently demanded change. First, I got rid of nicotine. I had smoked for 20 years. A need for healthy eating appeared. At the same time, I started having sleep problems, a feeling of incomprehensible changes. Vibrating at the frequency of love, kindness, and light, the body regenerates and renews itself. The ability to control consciousness, body events, and quality of life increases. Everything in Genius is simple. See, it's not easy, but it's simple. We vibrate at the frequency of light, we renew, and we prosper. I find confirmation in my intuitive hunches. This makes me happy and inspires me to live and work building my life. Yes, I guess I also feel and read this energy. I spontaneously developed a desire to become healthier, and it feels like I just want to be reborn. The program to renewal is present at all levels. Just 2 weeks ago, the word regeneration was added to my amalgam, somehow intuitively. Feelings of body and mind restructuring. Before it was slower, now every day is an absolutely new perception of the world. It truly feels like I'm being completely remade. This is all what I knew and felt, and now I'm getting confirmations. This is magnificent. Many have the same feeling. The regeneration is possible. Many also have an anxious state since the beginning of the year for no reason. Many have come to understand since the beginning of the year that they need to change and improve. And most importantly, they have to have the desire to do so. They quit smoking, drinking, start exercising, focusing on nutrition, and cleansing. Radical goal. We were given the green light. There are no barriers and no limits. We are not tired of living yet. Everything is possible. With this epigraph, I wanted to say we haven't truly started living yet. If someone is satisfied with such a formulation, then for him or for her, it will be so. You can start over like from childhood, but in an adult way. In the previous chapter, we discussed an insight that visited not only me, but as it turned out, many of you. In the new time, in the new reality, we gained a feeling and understanding that one can not bother with trifles, such as slowing down aging or cosmetic rejuvenation, but immediately focus specifically on regeneration, on life from a clean slate, and indeed in accordance with one of the principles of transurfing. If you're going to order big. And if this understanding that it's possible arose in different people simultaneously, it means we're really being given the green light. And that's very encouraging. There were many interesting reviews, but 2 of them contained keywords. Oh my, I've been thinking about this for a couple of weeks. It just came to me. Return to factory settings. Regeneration is the reboot of the body. I think that are more than possible. Funny translation. Regeneration and reboot of the body, I think, are more than possible. So this is a reality that we're more and more coming into. And the fact that it's happening with multiple people and it's increasing in numbers means it's a global trend. The energetics are pushing us It's becoming easier. The keywords express the essence of the goal. Return to factory settings and carry out regeneration, a body restart. I would also add a restart not only of the body, but also of consciousness. It is possible and necessary to return to that state and perception of the world when we were our true selves, in childhood, with settings of life's freshness and the belief that everything is good. Everything is still ahead, and everything is possible. It was later, after childhood, that bitter experience taught us that not everything is possible. But now we must tell ourselves, well, as it came, so it went. And now we start anew with the attitude practically everything is possible because the moment is unique. We are passing through a transitional portal from the old world to the new. This is probably already ongoing and will continue for several years or decades. The transition period is relatively short because an era lasts more than 2,000 years. Humans are now gradually transforming into new beings closer to the spiritual, to the divine principle, in their vibrations and qualities. This is what all seers, knowers, and feelers believe. In any case, the fact that reality is changing and we are changing is certain. In such unique conditions, the dilemma of rebirth or survival becomes a matter of choice, whoever wishes. That is, we've been given the opportunity to choose even that. For those people who don't believe in anything like this and don't want to change anything in themselves, nothing magical will happen in the near future. They will live as they have lived and simply survive. But there's no need to judge them or fiercely campaign. Everyone has their own path, although it's boring in my opinion. For those who want to take advantage of the moment, it's necessary to reach higher vibrations, to attune themselves to the changing reality, and also to renew themselves along the way. Therefore, we set the goal radically, not old age longevity, but regeneration. The goal is not for the elderly, but for all who wish. The first necessary condition for this has already been named: cleansing of the body and mind. The next step, unwavering commitment to revival and development. Many are now in a state of anxiety and disorientation. The time is truly transitional, almost timeless. We have experienced 2 crazy years of corona craze and then the war. It seems that it will never end, and in the future, uncertainty. So the most effective recipe for escaping this state is to set a goal for revival and development and move towards that goal. Then your soul will revive and be inspired. You will feel it. Because the path of the soul is precisely in revival and development, in each new life, it is reborn and develops. But for this, you will have to take good care of yourself. This is what we will be doing next, taking care of ourselves and reclaiming ourselves. Summary: we are passing through a transitional portal from the old world to the new. The transition period will continue for an indefinite number of years, possibly decades. The conditions are unique. We've been given the green light for revival, for a restart. The goal is radical, not old age longevity, but regeneration. A restart not only of the body, but also of consciousness. It is possible to return to a state and perception of the world with settings of life's freshness and the belief that everything is good. Everything is still ahead and everything is possible. An unwavering commitment to revival and development is necessary. Take hold of yourself and reclaim yourself. Questions and feedback. Yes, I remembered and felt it with every cell of my body. They even stirred and sparkled. Person came back to life. There is no desire to return to some old time. I create my own reality where I feel and look great, full of strength and energy for any achievements. The years on my passport fly by, but these are just numbers. Looking at acquaintances younger than me who look their age, I understand that I'm not this age standard adopted in society. As my massage therapist told me, I never thought one could look better at this age than some young people. Vadim, I'm very interested. How are you doing with aging regeneration? There haven't been any fresh photos or videos of you for many years. Maybe you could record a short message for readers. The reply: I'm doing well with that. I haven't changed in the last 20 years. Moreover, some youthfulness is starting to show in my face now. But I don't want to be filmed. That's all in the past.